There we go. I finally got that right. I'm still learning. Hey, how's it going? I'm still learning how to go live on Instagram. So I had to play the intro, which I haven't played in a while. It gives about a 10-second delay over on Instagram. What's up, folks? We're live on YouTube. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. What's up? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? I think everything's okay. We have some tornadic activity going on. The Wi-Fi is going up. Wi-Fi is going down. We've lost power. I don't know, but you know what? I'm dedicated here for you, my illuminators, and we're gonna go through this show. If you see some lights flickering, I think we're gonna be okay. If the power goes out, we'll get you back next week. If you hear a freight train, if we hear a freight train at the same time, I'm gonna say there's probably a tornado above me. So we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Hey, how's it going, folks? I'm Charlie from Christmas on the Press Line. Thanks for tuning in to today's Patreon only giveaway. That's right, Patreon only giveaway. The first live of the month. We have some surprises in store for you today. If you're a Patreon member in one of the paid tiers, you're automatically entered. I already got your name. I have everything prepared to give you merch today. We're going to give away merch today. Going to give away the Illuminator shirt. So the winner of today's giveaway can pick out the Illuminator shirt on our merch site. That's right, it's live. But that's not all, folks. That's not all. We're going to talk about some brand new merch that you and I have been talking about for quite some time. So here in about 10 minutes, we're going to reveal that brand new, very sought after merch. My number one requested merch is back in stock. That's right. We're also going to talk about dark spaces today. Laura Chorus. And you know what, Laura? I'm going to be honest with you. I always call you Laura K because I have no idea how to pronounce your name, but we have Beverly D'Angelo. That's right, Mrs. Griswold herself on the show, and she pronounced it Laura Chorus. So I'm going to say that pronunciation is correct. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about Laura's show, use her as an example. We're going to talk about some fun stuff today. We're going to talk about the projection boxing, released two boxing videos as we talked about last Monday live. Talked about that. I've released them. You've seen them. Chad Summers had a great comment on there. We're going to talk about that as well today. First, let's do a roll call. No idea who you are or what that means, but hi to you. Adam Work. Good job, Adam Work. I have no idea what your comment means. Let's go. DF is first. What's up? Oh, yeah. And there are the links to the two videos we're going to talk about today. Happy Merch Monday. Yes, it is Merch Monday. What's up, babe? There's Laura right there. Old Steve herself. We're talking about Laura today. What's up, Charlie? What's up? Hello, Illuminators. I'm actually still home today and not out with my puppy. How do you? How do you? Are you learning the puppy new tricks? You know what? We have a dog. You've seen him on here before. Beta is his name. And we tried forever to get him to sit and lay down and simple commands. Like finally, we paid the money. We had a dog trainer come to the home, and I'm not exaggerating. Within 15 seconds, she had him trained to sit and lay down. I'm like, amazing, amazing stuff. Who else we got in the chat today? Monty, what's up, Monty? Hello, hello, Mr. Monty. What's up? Good day, everyone. Know Your Joe. Know Your Joe's been commenting on some videos. Welcome to have you in our live stream here today. It's awesome. Eddie's in the house. What's up, Eddie? It's like a scene course, but with a K. Course. Okay, more course. Very nice. So Beverly D'Angelo was close. Close. So yes, the topics today are the merch giveaway. So you know what? I'm too giddy. I can't hold it back. Can't hold it back anymore. Let's talk about the elephant, if you will, in the room. That is what in the world is this? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Boom, baby! They're back. They're back in stock. I believe I have my camera set up correctly. Let me get you an up close of this right quick. Boom! Look at that. Got the raised lettering. Boom! Got the back in focus here. It'll take just about 5 seconds to get in focus. Come on, camera. Camera, I'm over here. You have to focus. You know what, Tech? Now, there we go. We're back. Got the raised lettering like I liked. But yeah, the exact hat, boom, back in stock. They're telling me that from now on, this will take only about 2-week turnaround. So what had happened was it took them 3 weeks to do the design. They did the design wrong, and the gal had to send them back. 8 weeks is what it took to get the order in. He's telling me 2 week turnaround for future orders. So I ordered just a dozen. So I don't have a price for you yet because I had to order hat boxes. I had to order hat boxes. They're not in yet, but next Monday I'll be filling the orders. I've had a couple already earmarked. Be filling the orders, sending those out. But we got a dozen, folks. Heck yeah! Boom. Yes. Hey. Oh, hey, what's up? Made it. What's up? Good to see you here. Um, where do we get the hats? Right here, right here. Everything else is on my merch site. There is a ho hat on the merch site, but it's black. I think it's black and green. I don't know. You guys can. I don't want to. With the storms, I don't want to open too many windows on my internet. I don't want it to lag on you. So normally I just look it up and look. The internet's been spotty with all the storms we've been getting, so I'm not going to do that. But there should be a Ho Hat live on the store, which is on the YouTube page. Fun fact: when you go to the YouTube page, you have to click on an item, and that opens the whole store later. So YouTube actually only shows like 5 things out of the 30 that we have. So yeah, you just email me, christmasoncrestline@gmail.com. I can tell you right now the price is going to be somewhere between 30 and 35. Right now, I believe shipping is $9. So I need to get that down. You need to get that. I'm not going to charge $40 for a freaking hat. I mean, I paid 50 for ball caps before because I have a lot of ball caps. I do. I probably have 50 that I'm looking at right now. So I like ball caps, cowboy hats. I usually wear cowboy hats actually when I'm not on camera, but for here, you kind of get in the way and stuff. So yeah, yeah. Email me christmasoncrestline@gmail.com. Payment will go through PayPal. Very simple. It's christmasoncrestline@gmail.com is the PayPal address. If it's going to be US only. I can do Canada as well, but Canada's you're probably looking at $40 there. They're going to be mainland US only. I guess it didn't have to be mainland. I don't think I have anybody in here from Hawaii or Alaska or even Guam, which is a territory. Anyway, yeah, going to be U.S. only and probably Canada. If anybody in Canada, it's going to be $40, and you have to adjust for the price difference, currency difference. That's the word I'm looking for. So if you're interested in one and you don't mind agreeing to a blanketed unknown price between 30 and 35, email me. I've got 3 that are already spoken for. So that puts us to 9 hats. But we get past the 12, guess what? Should be an easy reorder. Should be an easy turnaround. Boom. Ideally, I would like to sell out by the end of next Monday's live. So if you're interested in one of these brand new Spank and Ho hats, they are snapback hats. Email me, christmasoncrestline@gmail.com. I've had this one for many a year. I like. So, what's up, Alan? Boom. We're just talking about hats. So let's get this up. So that's kind of the merch. We're gonna do the merch giveaway. So if you're one of the, you can join Patreon for free, folks. Patreon.com/Christmas on Crestline. You can join for free, still get some neat stuff. But if you want to be in you get giveaway stuff, you get free stuff. You do have to be in one of the paid tiers. They start at I think $3, so it's $3 a month. Support the show. It's awesome. You get your name behind me, get your name in the credits of all the ending shows. So appreciate that. If you want to promote yourself to a paid tier, cool. And if you do that during, so email for that style of hat, correct? Yes, that's the only style of hat. There is another style, I believe, on the merch site. But for this particular one, I had to have it specially made because for all the reasons I mentioned in the last 12,000 videos I've done. But yeah, email me and we'll earmark that for you, and I'll have a solid price for you next Monday in the live show. Was not going to do a live next Monday because I have some chores I need to get caught up on. And I told the wife, hey, I'm not going to do it, but I can't not show the hat and I can't not sell the hat when I have the hat. I'm giddy about this hat. You guys know how excited I am about these hats. Freaking love these hats, especially out there hanging lights in my hat. Heck yeah, boy! Oh, heck yeah! I'm gonna shut up about the hat. I get excited when I get excited about, Finally make the live stream. Boom! My meeting ran over, so I couldn't listen to the first 10 minutes. Chad, we actually talked about you, Chad. So it's awesome that you're here now. So you had let's get into that real quick. So the hats are in, Chad. What you missed, the hats are finally in. I'm gonna have a solid price for everybody next Monday. I need to check on shipping, and I need to have my hat boxes come in. Make sure I got the right ones. Anyway, talking about Chad for a second. So Chad had a great comment in the videos. So I did post the links to the two videos we're going to talk about now in this chat. Last two videos that came out with about the projection box. So I need to do a third video. I wasn't planning on it, but some of the comments are coming in like, hey, for all the stuff that comes in the box, Chad asked, hey, I'm curious what that is. I'm like, that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. So Chad, thank you so much for commenting in the video and making me aware that that's something I need to talk about. So I'm going to price out everything that came in the box. I'm going to do a third video. I won't be released. Maybe next Monday. I'll probably have time next weekend. We'll see. Soon is I'm gonna price everything out. I'm gonna do a third video about here's everything. I'm gonna price the wood they did. Chad, was it you or somebody else that said, hey, I think it's cabinetry wood that they use? They used a much better wood than my plywood. They did. The projection box is sitting right here. Actually, I was planning on doing a third video now that the box right behind the camera. All set up. I have all the gear finally in there. There's only two things I don't like about the box. One, the outlet plug that they give you is a 6-outlet prong, and you have 6 things to plug in. You got the transmitter, you got the mini computer, you've got the fan, you've got the amp. There's 6 things to plug in. They'll all be in my follow-up video. 2 of them are the rectangle prongs. They're not just the normal prongs. The rectangle, they take up so much room. So I don't like that it's only 6. It took me 30 minutes to try to figure out how to get that in there and plugged in correctly. I didn't like that. It needs to come with either an 8 outlet power strip or 2 power strips. It needs to do that. They need to change that. I get why there's only one, because you only want one cord coming out, going into plug, but there's ways to get around that. The second thing I don't like is they said, hey, the box is designed. They said, hey, let us know what projector you have. And I did. And they said, hey, this box is designed for that one. I apparently have the old model. I thought I had the new model. I have the Optima HDR 1090X. But apparently they've gone up since then. I just bought it last year, but apparently there's a new model. Anyway, the dimensions are the same. So you can put the projector in the projection box. I can still move left to right. I don't like that, because I'm not going to leave it sitting outside 5 days a year. It's going to get jostled. I would prefer if they would have put in wood slats on either side, knowing the projector's dimensions, so it wouldn't move left to right. So you're always guaranteed to have a precise projection placement. Those are the only 2 things I don't like about it. Everything else, I like their box better than mine. So far, I do. I'll be curious. I have not gotten it in the yard yet. We've had 5 days in a row of thunderstorms, and today it's set to be the worst because we're right smack dab. Wichita, Kansas is in the tornadic red zone of awesomeness. I don't know. What's up? What's up, Kiwi? Hey there, Janice. What up, Janice? Howdy to you. Yes. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for saying that. It's awesome of you. So there's only 2 things I don't like about the box. And chatting in, thank you for your comment. Don't forget there is a poll, and to those of you watching on YouTube, I don't think it transfers to Instagram and Facebook. There's a poll on today, which I completely forgot about. I'm gonna start doing polls in every live stream of what your next prop's gonna be. Answer that poll. That's gonna directly correlate into Laura, and we're talking about Laura for a minute. But we're gonna wrap up the talk about projectors here. So $899 is what I paid for that box. I'm going to price out everything. I'm going to price out the time. I'm going to price out everything it comes with and say, hey, just in materials, here's the price. I'm guessing. Oh, and the FM transmitter was another one plug in. I'm guessing not that's $899 without the projector. You can order the box and the projector, and they'll send it to you, which is actually pretty convenient. I'm gonna guess $400. I don't know. Mine cost a ton. I think I have $600 in my box, but that was back during when materials were shot up, and it was $8 for a 2x4 or something along those lines. So I'm gonna guess 400. Still worth it to me because it just is. I didn't have to. I had to buy drill bits, the 5-inch drill bit that cut the perfect hole. I try to draw it. You guys, if you guys watched the video and you saw, I even mentioned that one of my holes was a circle adjacent, just because I did it with a jigsaw, and it didn't work out too well as far as perfect holes go. Right there with you in Oklahoma City. Boom. Yep. Yeah, most of my family is from Oklahoma City. You ever heard of Ford Audio down there in Oklahoma City? That's my cousin. You guys ever heard of that? Oh, in Christchurch, -5 Celsius. Computer, in Fahrenheit, what is -5 Celsius? Computer doesn't want to answer, so I'm guessing that means 100 degrees. No, if memory serves, I think that's 20. I think it's 20 in Fahrenheit ish. Either way, I know it's not. Yeah, it could be 20. And I have to correlate that because when Gene and I were in the Arctic Circle, if you haven't tuned in for a while, my wife and I went to the Arctic Circle 4 months ago, 5 months ago in December. Man, that was awesome. Get to walk. It's -2, -4, -5, -12 every day, and it was a perfect trip. It sounds cold. It was a perfect trip. It just was cold. Very nice. What? Charlie? Not nope. Not having change. You know what's great about having the show? You get to have the show. I ran out of places to change my set. It's hard to hide this much whiskey. So nope. Probably not going to change my set anytime soon. We'll see. Um, so let's talk about Laura K for a second. One thing so I'm going to challenge you guys each and every week to do something new for your show. And one thing we never talk about for whatever reason is dark places, dark spaces in your show. So Laura, as you guys know, you send me in, and if you haven't done so yet, we got Memorial Day coming up for the Americans. Send me a photo, send me a picture, send me a video of your Memorial Day display. That will get you into the Christmas in July extravagant. No, the Christmas in July. What's the name of my award? I need to name that award other than the Fan Appreciation Award. That'll get you entered. So you can email those to christmasoncrestline@gmail.com. Laura has sent in her last two shows, 2022, which we're going to look at here in a second. And what I want you to pay attention to when I show you this video and kind of correlate that to your own show. Where are the dark places? Where are the dark spaces? Is her garage door plain in dark? Are her walls plain in dark? Could she add more? So as you're looking at, it's going to be a minute long. As you're looking at this, and I asked for and received permission from Laura. You're very kind to allow me to do so. When folks send me in, excuse me, when folks send videos to me for the Fan Appreciation Show, I kind of just like to use it for that, unless I have permission. I'm not going to do weird things with your videos. Like I'm not going to turn them into commercials unless I have your consent. I think that's just fair and ethical. So, Laura, thank you. So, as you're watching this, pay attention to the dark places, the dark spaces. Then we're going to do her new video and look at the huge difference in it. So, just think of this. And also, think about what are you doing in your own show? Where are your dark places? Where are your dark spaces? So, here is her show from 2022, about a minute long. Look at the dark places. So, did you notice the dark spots in her show? Think about what you just saw and look at the huge contrast to this next video, which is about 90 seconds long. And as you're looking about this, think about your own show and the dark spaces you have in your own show. But look at Laura changed and hugely stepped her game up.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, around yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from.
Well done, Laura. She filled up the blank spaces, as T Swift would say, in her yard by putting stuff on the grass. In the first video, there's nothing between the wall and the easement. When the wall of her house and the easement, boom, it was just all dark. Boom, lit it up like a Christmas tree. No pun intended. Added new projection to one side of the wall. Added lights. Filled up everything. Um, just really stepped her game up. Now, in my own show, I have said for years I need to add stuff to the yard, and I don't do it mostly because of all the cords that are already on the ground, hundreds and hundreds of cords. That's why I've never done it. But Laura really stepped that up. So dark spaces are something you need to think about, which goes hand in hand with today's poll. I'm asking, what prop are you going to build? What prop are you going to add? Is it blow molds? Is it whatever? So let me go ahead and I am going to open up that poll and see what the responses have been so far. Boom, open that up and it's going to tell me. So we are at 50% of home prop builds, 19% say blow molds, 25% are animated light sculptures, and it closed on me. And only 6% are inflatables. I actually thought inflatables would be the number one. So it looks like home prop builds are leading with animated light sculptures number two and blow molds number three. So when you those dark spots you have in your own show, have those props there all the while kind of doing what Laura did, whether you intended to or not. This is what I think you did, and I think you accomplished very well. When I hang a new light, I'm always thinking, what is the audience going to see when they're pulling up in the tour buses and the limousines and the minivans and everything else? What angle do they first see? So for my show this year, you guys who have watched the my Trans World series know that I have purchased the 3D Santa Claus and Snowman and Nutcracker for the intent of when folks pull up. I don't have my large tree anymore, which drew crowds in from the main thoroughfare. I don't have that anymore. So I needed something people can see as they pull up to attract them. Oh, look at that. Christmas on Crestline has added new stuff. And new stuff is what we all want to see in shows when we watch. We're in the cars and we're in the minivans and we're in the tour buses. We always want to see new stuff. That's why we always add stuff. Let me catch up on comments here right quick. Yes, 4K does have great lights. It's awesome. Let's see here. Where am I located, Joe? I am located in Wichita, Kansas. So we're straight above you if you're in Oklahoma City. Everywhere. Dark places are everywhere. No, you did awesome. You did awesome. Nice of you. Yes, filled all the spots. Let's see here. I prefer the darker one. Check out. That's a good point. That's a good point. Dark spaces can fill a need. Yeah, they can add as accent lighting. Um, Laura has 2 spots of projection mapping. You don't want those to be too well lit because it diminishes what the projector can do. So there's some validity to that. Um, I cover my entire yard with lights, about 15-inch spacing. Well done, you. No big inflatables here. With a 1-year-old puppy. So yes, as Chad can attest to, sometimes dogs like to eat stuff, as they were. So one thing you can do to eliminate, and by dark places, you can also change that word and say voids. A void, like in the lower case, and in my own case, I'm gonna shout out from the rooftops. Mommy really turned me on garage celebration and what they can do. So I have white garage doors. I don't need a projection mapping cloth over them. But Laura, you have dark garage doors, so maybe you might benefit from garage celebrations projection mapping cover. Just a thought. If so, these are just things to think of. We're in May. We're in the beginning of May. So the unofficial start to the Christmas light hanging season, design season is only, folks, it's only 7 weeks away to the unofficial start of the Christmas season, which is the Christmas Expo. I guess that's 8 weeks away, 8 weeks away, I guess. Because it is mid-July this year. Well, my come and say hi. Uh, yeah. So we can't appreciate the light without the dark, and that's fair. It's a nice contrast, isn't it? Fort Worth, okay. Our in-laws in Oklahoma City still straight above us. Yes, we are. Gene and I are in Fort Worth a lot. We go down there probably 3 times a year. Usually once for business and twice for fun. You guys have a lot of you have the AAC, the American Athletic Conference tournament, basketball tournament there in town. We did not go to that this year. First time in like 12 years we haven't attended. I actually ordered. Look at that! Boom, simpatico, simpatico. Very cool. Hopefully you use the coupon code and you didn't pay full price. I'm hoping. Black holes, black holes. Yeah, everybody needs a black hole. So let's do this. Let's do the giveaway real quick. Again, going to give away the exterior illumination shirt. Now, for some reason, one request I had was from the Yarnies. I don't actually didn't see any Yarnies in today. And we have a few in here that are watching and not commenting. But the Yarn Tubers said, "Hey, we're interior decorators. How about an interior decorated shirt?" I also have one. Let's do a giveaway real quick. Let me share my screen. You all can see what I'm seeing. Share screen. Okay. All right, so let's do the giveaway. Your name's in there. I've shuffled them. Let me shuffle them a couple more times. Boom. So whoever wins, I'm going to reach out to you because I have your email address because you're all paid members of Patreon. Thank you ever so much for your support of the show. And I'm going to reach out to you and say, "Hey, you won. What color shirt do you want? What size do you want? Then I'll have it shipped to your house." How cool is that? You just have to sit back, relax, and accept the W. So without further ado, let's see who's going to win. It is going to be none other than Stacy, the Bob. Bob won again. Bob, look at you. Bob's on fire. Very cool, Bob. Good to see you with the big W. Let me close that. Let me remove that. Good job, Bob. Congratulations. So I will email you. You were in the chat. You still in the chat? I haven't seen you in a while. Bob, if you're in the chat, say hi because you won. So yeah, congratulations to Bob. So if you would like to be in the first giveaway of each and every month, check us out on patreon.com/Christmas on Crescent. You get other fun stuff too, because we usually get first access to videos. Today I neglected to get you first access, and you got second access because I had the timing. So sorry about that. But one thing we want to do, I've always said if I get 50, which we are at 50 with the free members, if I ever get 50 free, 50 paid tier members of Patreon, I want to do a Patreon only live stream where we can just sit in there, not really have an agenda, just sit in there and chat and talk and kind of like what we're doing now, but more focused, if that makes sense. So anyway, check us out on patreon.com. And I had my list of things to talk about, and I left it. No, I didn't. Give away Dark Ages, Patreon tubes, hats, storms. We talked about it all. Uh, oh, that wasn't Bob. No, there we go. Let me check up on the comments. I'm wanting to transition to fully projected display. I like where your head's at, Joe. I like where your head's at. Me too. Mostly because I finally took my. You guys know I finally took my first trip to the ER this last season. I don't want to do that again. Um, I have not signed. So I think is everybody in here on Discord? If you're on Discord, you already know. Laura and I were talking about this today, actually. If you're not on Discord, seriously, join us on Discord because it's kind of like this. It's kind of like texting with your buddies, is how I describe it. Would you guys describe it a different way other than that, Laura and all the regulars on Discord? If you're not on Discord, seriously, check it out because I'm going to talk about something I've only mentioned on Discord and never mentioned on the show. So let's talk about that for a second. Now, I'm going to talk about this very vaguely and non-specific because I don't have all the details. Now, I have been approached by a television producer inquiring if I would be interested in being on a new TV show. Um, I have some red flags with their NDA they want me to sign. Just red flags. Um, 2 years ago, I was approached by a magazine editor. And hey, good job being Christmas on Crestline. We want to feature you in an article. Here are the 5 questions we want to ask you. Please provide the answer. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. Because I continue to do this because something minute I might say may have value to you, and you may make a change in your show, which translates into a family coming to your show, loving that, and now they're now going to make your show part of their family tradition. And boom, right there is my favorite part is the family tradition of people coming in to see our shows. So kind of a water was it trickle down economics as the Bush just called it. So the magazine, I answered the questions. I actually took time and I cared about what I said and I put it out there. They said, hey, this is awesome. Thank you for that. The issue is going to come out and I gave it a date. They said, if you want a copy, our state laws do not allow us to send a copy. So you can buy a copy. It's $26.95 and we'll send it to you. I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy a copy of your magazine. What? So I got on Reddit and it's 100% a scam. It was a clever scam. It was a scam that targeted YouTubers and Instagram folks and TikTokers and said, hey, yeah, we want to do an article about you. And the whole hook was give us that $26. And then you'd get nothing because it didn't exist. So there's some red flags to this television offer that I'm thinking, they're not asking for any money, but neither did the magazine folks. So some red flags there. So what I did today is I found the company on LinkedIn. It is a real company. I just don't know if the person emailed me is that. I sent a message to him on LinkedIn and said, hey, here's a person emailing me. Here's who I am. Is this legitimate? I did that this morning. If it's not legitimate, oh man, am I sharing everything with you? So if it's not legitimate, you and I are going to have some tea to talk. I'm going to spill some tea, as the kids say, next Monday. I'm going to show you everything and show you the red flags that I saw. If it is legitimate, I won't be able to talk about it again. So I did reach out to a lot of folks. I don't think anybody in the chat. Maybe has anybody in this chat been contacted by the Great Christmas Light Fight? Here's my answer. I did reach out to the executive producers of that show and say, hey, here's the red flags I'm seeing. Is this legitimate? And they said, probably not, but maybe. We know the company. We don't know this person, and we agree with your red flags. So I'm not going to get too specific, but let's say for the next 60 seconds, it's a legitimate offer. That'd be pretty cool. Is what I'm going to do is I am wise enough. I am, as I told my wife, I am self-aware of my flaws. My flaw is like War K show kicks the heck out of my show. Your 90% of your shows are hands down better than mine. And I'm self-aware of that and I'm proud of that. I don't mind having a show that I just like. I impress myself and my family and the family traditions. That's what I concentrate on. I don't need to be on the Great Christmas Light Fight because I'm getting my butt. I'm self-aware, right? If it is real, that'd be neat. If it's something I think I would not embarrass myself at. If I agree to their terms and I have a talk with them because they're asking for a Zoom chat, if it is legitimate, and if I have to talk, obviously I can't talk about it. So if I say, "Hey, can't talk about it," then you kind of know. If I'm spilling the tea, then we know it was a fake, right? Um, but anyway, I digress. I reached out to them. They said, "Eh." So I've also reached out to some contestants that have been on the Great Christmas Light Fight that are oftentimes in our own chat, and you guys know who they are. I don't want to say their names, but I don't think anybody's in here right now. Um, yeah, I said, "Hey, did you guys have to do?" I didn't want to dominate a lot of Felicia's times. I know Felicia professionally, and AJ and Bradley. Um, I know that professionally just from being on the show. I've never had a beer with them, so I don't want to ask them 18 different questions. Hey, here's yeah. So they're kind enough to answer the first question I had. But I want to reach out to some contestants who I am friends with. I would consider us friends. Then hey, what do you think? Anyway, so that is some tea right there. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Um, if you have time, I have a story about this weekend. Great. What's your story? I cannot hear you, Alan. I can't hear you. Yeah, tell us your story. Cool. I am wanting to trade. Yeah, we talked about that. Kiwi says, anyone, any ideas? Oh, that's a great question. A great question. If you have a defined space and you need to add something new, this is a great place to ask that question. That's awesome. Look at the big brain on Pet. See, this is what I love about our show is we all have different perspectives. Right, all have different perspectives, and we all have different questions that we think to ask. So yeah, your sound is glitching. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Make sure it's. I I moved the mic. You obviously don't see the mic today. I moved the mic to right there. Give me more counter space. I kept not having counter space. Maybe I should move the mic down. What do you think? Up there, the password's down there. So that's some kind of tea. Um, Stop sharing wheel names. Yeah, stop sharing. Have I not stopped sharing yet? If I had the wheel names up the entire time, that'd be stupid. I plan on incorporating, yeah, Mega Tree. Mega Trees. The one I am most fascinated with are the AC light Mega Trees. Before I really started getting into computerized light shows, there's a guy in town. What is his name? I didn't try to think of his name. I would know his name right off the top of my head. Um, it's not the McCreary's. Anyway, guy in town has the best show in town. I think he's down by the river. His name is not Chris Farley or Matt. My name is Matt Foley, and I live in a van down by the river. Anyway, not him. Anyway, I can't think. McKinney's, the McKinney's. Christmas at the McKinney's. Best light show in town, I think. And they have an AC light show, and their mega tree is all AC lights. You would swear it's a pixel tree. And he was out there putting it together, let's say 15 years ago. And I stopped to talk to him. He's not making eye contact. I'm like, don't even look at me. It's kind of weird. Then I started hanging lights myself, and people would stop and talk to me. I'm like, oh, now I get it. He's on a time crunch, and some body's trying to stop him to learn. Not the right time. Read the room. I didn't read the room. So that happens to me a lot now, so I know. AJ would talk to you. Oh, yeah, I emailed you today. So yeah, I thought about reaching out to AJ. I've never actually met her. She was at Trans World, but we didn't run into one another. She was the only one I think it was at Trans World was AJ. Beverly was open for it. Chevy was okay to talk to. What? Beverly, what did I miss? Told Beverly and Chevy about trying to have a Griswolds as a unit. Wow. Where in the world? Told Beverly and Chevy about trying to have a Griswold as a unit of Christmas lights. Beverly was open for it. Chevy was okay with it too. Baron, yes, I yes, that is incredibly awesome. So, did you say, "Hey, Beverly, I saw you on Christmas on Crestline show in February"? Did you drop that little nugget for us? Did you do that? Say, "Hey, I saw you on Charlie's show." Where in the world did you meet him at? What? That's awesome. I thought you were gonna say, I don't know, what's my favorite line in Elf is, "Hey, good news. Saw a dog today." My favorite line in the movie Elf. That's awesome. Where in the world? Didn't have okay, didn't have time with her. Where in the world was this, a convention? What convention would they both be at if it was a convention? Not Transworld or Christmas Expo. Then at Fan Expo in Philly. Wow. So I am I don't listen to too many podcasts, but I do listen to Fly on the Wall, which is Dana Carvey and David Spade. And they had Chevy on, and he is just bouncing off the wall. And episodes after that, they said everybody says that's just how he is. Like Steve Martin is famously a funny guy, but he's not fun. He's not personable in person. Apparently, Chevy is, which is pretty cool. That is extremely cool. I am, as my 16-year-old daughter would say, jelly. Wow, that is phenomenal. Meeting them in person, and yes, I've reached out to. No, I was debating who to ask, her or Beverly D'Angelo, and D'Angelo would agree to come on the show. But I was thinking I need to have cousin Eddie's wife. Was it Donna or Darren? Donna, I think your name is. Thinking about reaching out to her for Christmas for the Christmas in July extravaganza series. But I don't know what I would ask her to do or say. That is coming up. I have three guests confirmed. I did have one back out. What is her name? Forget her real name. She goes by Luma Box. I forget her real name. It's not Stephanie. Anyway, she's British. Um, hails from England, obviously, because she's British. I guess not obviously. She'd be British in America. Anyway, she's in London-ish area, somewhere in England. I don't know. She said, "Nope, I don't like being on camera." She has a YouTube show, but she's not on camera very often. So I have reached out to a few others. I would like to get. I usually get four interviews. I have like three, so I have room for one more. I don't have a blow mold person yet. I keep reaching out to blow mold folks, and they keep saying no. Um, see here. I think I see what you did there. Would fun to have a standard. Yes. Oh, reflecting light on me. So yeah. Man, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. Um, who would you all like to meet? Put it in the comments, or even if you're watching this back later, throw a comment in. Who would you most like to meet? Um, that'd be hard to top. For me, Michael J. Fox, even though he's not really Christmas related. He was always one of my favorite. Bill Murray, Chevy Chase. I'm a big Saturday Night Live person. Trying to think who I would really to meet. Hey, would you like to meet blank? I know some of us would take say Taylor Swift. Lore. But yeah, Chevy Chase is definitely up there for me. I mean, I've said this before. In fact, Haas and I talked about this in the live 3 years ago, and I've always remembered 1984 to 1986 is the best 3 year window of movies ever. Buys like Trading Place and Back to the Future. List goes on and on and on. 80, Karate Kid, 84 to 86, best ever. And that was a great year for Michael J. Fox. Bill Murray. Bill Murray's right. I'm right there with you. Boom. Man, I'm jealous. That is awesome. So forgive my ignorance. Fan Expo, was that just where you're there to meet some fans? Now, fun fact about me, maybe you don't know this. I don't know if I've ever said it. I've been to one or two. I've been to two. Yeah, I've been to two. Doctor Who conventions. 'Cause I'm a Doctor Who, what they call it, a Whovian. I'm a Whovian. I've been to the Doctor Who Museum, which is in Indianapolis, Indiana. I love me some Doctor Who. I am thrilled about the new. We're getting off topic. I've been told folks don't like my tangents. But you know what's my show? I like tangents. So yeah, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. I'm very excited about this new season. Love that Neil Patrick Harris is on Doctor Who for the Christmas special. Oh, that was great. That was great. Extend that to 1987 because the planes, trays, and yep. I'd have to look at 87's roll call. Movies started going downhill. Like 93 was horrible for movies. Horrible. So like 88, 95, there wasn't a whole lot of great. Um, late 80s or 84 to 87, just cranking it out. Yeah, cranking them out. Um, Many different fan bases because of Star Wars Day was mainly a Star Wars based. Many animation YouTube, Mandalorian. I don't know that last one. Ashaka actors. Is that anime? I don't know what that is. But yeah, I like conventions. I like conventions. I like museums. I do. I like that kind of stuff. So today we've given a shirt away. Congratulations to Bob. We've talked about. That's right. The hoe hats are in. If you want one, email me, christmasonchrislin@gmail.com. And I have a dozen. Boom. With, I'm told, a 2 week order turnaround. I will have a price for you next Monday. Most likely going to be between 30 and 35. I'll keep it as low as I can. Now, if I were to buy these, say, at 100 at a time, I can get them cheap. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to buy them 100 at a time because I don't know how well this will sell. I think I'll sell it at all 12, but we don't know. My number one ask for item, and I can't put it on my website. There's others. It is on. I don't have a website. What am I talking about? My merch store. Um, there's another hoe hat on there, but it's different than this. This is the hat I get requested for. So anyway, there's that. Give away a shirt. Check us out on patreon.com. Join and support the show. Get your name there. Get your name after every episode. Free members are welcome too. You can join for free. Check it out. See what it's all like. What else we got going? Talk about dark places, dark spaces, which you definitely it gives you a whole area to add a new prop to. Always think where your audience is going to be at, their perspective. It's getting close, folks. If you want to build a prop, building props. I always say you hang lights when the weather's nice. You build props when the weather's nice too. It's easy when wood is nice and pliable in the nice warm summer months. Or if you're Pep, you're in Christchurch, it's winter there. Other end of the world. Boom. Star Wars series on Disney Plus. Oh, I know you're talking about now with the long hair thing. Okay, Doctor Who fan. Well, that explains it all. Hey, Doctor Who is awesome. I'm a Matt Smith fan. Matt Smith and David Tennant. Oh, if you don't, they brought back David Tennant. I don't know why or how, but they did. So they brought back David Tennant. That's awesome. But I'm a Matt Smith guy. David Tennant's awesome too. I did not care for the last two Doctor Who. I'm excited about the new one though. Yeah, the 14th Doctor Who. So cool. Or 14th, I guess, because they brought Tennant back. Anyway, I digress. We hang our lights on November 1st. I'm September 15th. First weekend after that's normally when I start hanging my lights. Um, we have Stacy is coming into town. Stacy, I interviewed him from Canning Systems. He's coming into town here in a few weeks, and he and I are going to do something. It should be fun. It reminds me, I need to put an email together. And Stacy, if you're watching this, I need to put that email together today. If it's not storming outside already, which it probably already is, maybe not. They said between 4 and 5 is when the tornadoes are supposed to hit. We'll see. I live in Kansas. We get tornadoes all the time. Old hat. Boom. Oh, wow, that's sad, Pep. Sorry about that. How many are into Halloween as well? That's a great question. A lot of it, I think it's easier to do with pixels to cross than it is with Christmas lights. Um, Halloween, I think, you can either go like a haunt. You can either go kind of scary, you can go haunt, or you have to go with maybe like an orange or purple or black light. I don't think Christmas lights kind of translate that, at least not for AC lights, because I can't change the color on them. Um, Look at you go, Charlie. Boom. I too, I never say my birthday on here. I never say my birthday because you don't ever know who's watching. So I also have a holiday for birthday. I love having holidays for birthdays, but that's just because I grew up like that. Cool. I like it. Yeah. Sorry about that, Pep. Sorry about that. Sucks. Not good. Not good. Um, Dark spaces, dark places. Check those. I don't know how I do a standalone video about that. I don't know. Maybe something to think about for a future episode. But yeah, appreciate you joining the live today. Thumbs up if you like me. Thumbs down if you don't. I don't take it personal. It's okay. I think everybody here is already subscribed to the channel. But if you're watching this back later, appreciate your subscription to the channel and doing all those things you're supposed to do. help a YouTube channel grow. Again, email me, christmasonpressline@gmail.com if you want a hat. Or if you just have a question, or if you just want to say hi. I answer every single comment on YouTube, and I answer every single email that I get. Next week we may have some tea though. We'll find out. We'll find out. I do love a projector for a wall with ghosties. Yes, I had a company reach out last summer, wanted me to do a video for them because they did projecting ghosts. And their product sucks. So I said, no, thank you. I'm not gonna do something that I track. I'll do a pro and con. If I see a con, I'll mention the con. If you have a trashy product, I'm not gonna do a video that just trashes your product. That doesn't do anybody any good. Somebody, whether I like the product or not, somebody worked hard on that, and I'm not gonna trash it. Floating ghosts, bats. Yes, that's one thing. It's really getting me into projection mapping is the ability to do that. Um, just so cool what you can do projection mapping. I'm excited because it creates an illusion. I forget the guy's name. I just stumbled upon him the other day. Doesn't have a ton of subscribers. He's a projection mapping guy. He's Asian. I want to say Bangladesh, maybe. I can understand him just fine. And it's like a master class in how to do a YouTube show. I'm like, this guy's awesome. How does he not have a million subscribers? I don't know. But he does some cool things with mapping. I'm excited because it's gonna at some point it's gonna make an illusion out of my house. Within 3 years, my goal, legitimately, it's not hubris, is to be one of the best projection mapping shows in the country. 3 years. We'll see if it comes to fruition. I think I'm going to I'll need to spend a lot of money on projectors because I don't think my 4,000 lumen projector is going to cut it. I don't think. We'll see. This time next summer, I may be or next year, I may be saying, "Hey, who wants to buy my projectors?" Because I need an upgrade. The cool thing about the projectors I have is they're laser, so the bulbs still go out. The projectors, the bulbs will go out. I spent the money to have a laser, so it's supposed to last a lot longer. I don't know. I did a lot of research with Laura and I haven't seen Stacy on here in a while. I'm gonna send her an email. Stacy from MS Lights. So a lot of us are kind of getting into it. Uh, that again, you were talking about for Stacy, MS Lights. What projector are you using? I have the Optima HDR 1090, I believe. It's 1090X. They came out with the 1090, and they came out with the 1090X for like 3 months at the end of 2 years ago, or end of last year. I said, okay, great. What makes it an X? And the salesman says, I have no idea. All right, I'll take it. So I got that, and they've gone to they don't make that anymore. That's the prior model to the current new one. And like the camera you're watching me on right now that I'm filming on is a Sony A7 III. They just came out with a new one, which is cool because this camera is now $1,000 cheaper than what it once was. So that's awesome for folks. But they came out with a new model. So they always come out with new models. I'm sure she'll be small. Yes, agreed. Agreed. Um, see here. Combine them. Use a Santa blow mold to. Look at you. One thing I've seen that's awesome, and so a lot of folks. Pep said it. Chad said it. A lot of folks have said that I need to come up with something to sell. A lot of guys at my day job say it like, "Hey, you need to retire." I'm like, I would love to retire and do this full time. I come up with a couple things. My cousin is an inventor. I'm gonna reach out to him. Gonna reach out to some folks and say, "Hey, here's what I have. It doesn't exist," and then I think everybody would want it. So I don't know what made me think of that just now, but I thought of the ghost thing. So one thing I saw that kind of led me down the trail is I don't know if you guys have seen the YouTube video. It might be TikTok anyway. But it's the little shark vacuums, the little robot vacuums. And somebody put some sort of wire harness on it, threw a sheet on it. So it looks like there's just a ghost going through your house vacuuming. I thought it was clever, kind of neat. Boom. I think that's gonna do it for me today, folks. We're coming up on an hour, which is normally kind of what we when we sign off. But yeah, thank you, Laura, for letting me use your videos. Email me if you want a hoe hat. Congratulations to Bob for winning today's episode. That's freaking cool that you won. You're on a roll. Haven't seen Winter Chicken Dinner here in a while. Scott. I haven't seen him in a while. So if you watch us back later, Scott, say hi. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for today, guys. So next week, I'll fill all the whole hats. So if you can't be here next Monday, you know you want one, email me. Payment's gonna be through PayPal, christmasonchrislin@gmail.com. And there's a couple people I'm just gonna give one to. You know who you are. If you don't, I'll email you. But yeah, that's about it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for being a part of the show. Thumbs up if you like me, thumbs down if you don't. Again, I don't take it personal. And I'll see you guys back here next Monday. And either I'm going to have some tea to spill or I won't be able to say a word. We'll see how it goes. That's about it for me today, guys. I'm Charlie. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. We'll see you folks in the next episode. Bye, guys.